A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold and defiant address to business leaders at the Confederation of British Industry, CBI, annual conference in Westminster, Chancellor Rachel Reeves has firmly stood by her recent tax-raising budget, which has faced significant criticism from various sectors. The Chancellor's remarks come in response to growing concerns regarding her £25 billion increase in employer national insurance contributions, NICs, which many believe will lead to job cuts and increased prices. Reeves emphasized that despite the backlash, no alternative proposals have been presented by critics. "I have heard lots of responses to the government's first budget, but I have heard no alternatives," she stated emphatically. The Chancellor's budget, unveiled on October 30th, included a total of £40 billion in tax increases aimed at bolstering public spending. The increase in employer NICs was highlighted as the primary revenue generator for the Treasury. With a significant rise in the minimum wage set for April, businesses in sectors such as hospitality and retail are expressing concerns about their ability to absorb the additional costs. Ray Newton-Smith, the CBI's Director General, is expected to welcome Reeves's commitment to stabilizing public finances, but will also voice concerns that the heavier tax burden on firms could stifle economic growth. "When you hit profits, you hit competitiveness, you hit investment, you hit growth," Newton-Smith will assert. According to a recent CBI survey of 266 businesses, half of the respondents are contemplating job cuts, and nearly two-thirds are reconsidering their hiring plans. The survey also indicated that almost half of the firms are likely to postpone or reduce pay increases in the near future. Newton-Smith will further advocate for reforming business rates to alleviate pressure on struggling companies, and will call for tax incentives for occupational health to support workers with health conditions. Reeves's insistence that critics have not provided viable alternatives to her plans has drawn parallels to former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher's defense of her economic policies, famously encapsulated in the phrase, "There is no alternative." Following Labour's landslide victory in the recent general election, Reeves had previously promised not to increase major personal taxes, including national insurance, income tax, and VAT. However, she now claims to have inherited a £22 billion black hole in public finances, necessitating her tax increases to prevent uncontrolled borrowing. "We had to clear up the mess of what we had been left," Reeves remarked. She assured her audience that Labour does not intend to implement similar tax hikes in the future, stating, "I do not plan to have another budget like this. I have wiped the slate clean." As part of her pro-growth agenda, Reeves highlighted Labour's upcoming initiatives, including the Back to Work White Paper, which is expected to be released later this week. Recent economic data revealed a mere 0.1% growth in the third quarter, with some business groups attributing this slowdown to uncertainty surrounding the budget. Reeves expressed dissatisfaction with the growth figures, echoing sentiments previously expressed by Labour leader Keir Starmer during the G20 summit in Rio. In the wake of the budget announcement, financial markets have adjusted their expectations regarding potential interest rate cuts from the Bank of England, leading to increased pressure on mortgage rates. Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride criticized Reeves's budget, arguing that Labour's national insurance tax will escalate costs for businesses, ultimately resulting in higher prices, inflation, and slower economic growth. Reeves's serious tone starkly contrasts with the more lighthearted and rambling speech delivered by former Prime Minister Boris Johnson at the same conference 3 years ago, where he infamously praised Peppa Pig World. The CBI is also working to restore its public image following recent revelations regarding sexual misconduct within the organization, which has been described as an appalling shock. In her speech, Reeves reiterated her commitment to not resorting to further borrowing or tax increases, asserting that her budget provides the necessary stability and foundation for future growth. As she faces pressure from businesses concerned about the implications of her tax policies, Reeves remains steadfast in her belief that her choices are essential for the country's long-term economic health. The Chancellor concluded her address by emphasizing the importance of collaboration with businesses to achieve pro-growth outcomes, asserting that the government is committed to supporting the economy while ensuring that public services can operate within their financial means. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.